Hi everyone, in today's video I will introduce you to Windows Admin Center. So, as I said, in this video I will introduce you to Windows Admin Center. I will describe you what is this. We will use the official Microsoft documentation in order to do it. Second of all, I will show you how to add a server to Windows Admin Center, but maybe we will start with what is in Windows Admin Center. Windows Admin Center is a browser-based management tool that is not installed by default on Windows Server. So if you will write in the search bar Windows Admin Center here, and you will have something like this. It is not installed by default. As you can see, for me I have the icon and I have the Windows Admin Center, but if you haven't installed it before, you have to click on that and you will be proceed to the installation. Later I will show you where you can find the guide, for the installation. But it is very important, because without the installation you are not going to be able to use it. So I will go into the browser, and inside this browser I have the official Microsoft documentation, as I said, and we will read it. Maybe not all of this, but a little bit of what is Windows Admin Center. Later I will show you how to install it, and later I will show you how to add the server. So we can start. What is Windows Admin Center? Windows Admin Center is a locally deployed browser-based management tool set that lets you manage your Windows clients, servers, and clusters without needing to connect to the cloud. Windows Admin Center gives you full control over all aspects of your server infrastructure and is useful for managing servers on private networks that aren't connected to the internet. So, this is what is Windows Admin Center and how Windows Admin Center works. Windows Admin Center runs in a web browser, so of course we will use web browser to it, and manages Windows Server 2016 and later. For me, I am using Windows Server 2025, so for me this is fine. It will be working, or other Windows editions. Now, and it manages the Windows Server 2016 and later through the Windows Admin Center gateway installed on the Windows Server or domain joined Windows 10. The gateway manages servers by using remote PowerShell and WMI or over WinRM. The gateway is included with the Windows Admin Center in a single lightweight MSE package that can be downloaded here, as you can see. Now, the Windows Admin Center gateway, when published to DNS and given access through corresponding corporate firewalls, lets you seriously connect to and manage your servers from anywhere with the Microsoft Edge or Google Chrome. The Windows Admin Center gateway uses a .NET 8 backend for enhanced performance, security, and improved cryptography. It also includes the support for HTTP2, reducing latency and enhancing responsiveness of Windows Admin Center. So that's, I think, enough. If you are interested, you can read it on your own. I'm not going to do that. Now I will show you how to install it. So if you want to install it and you are not sure, you can go into the deploy section, and here you have the Windows Admin Center install Windows Admin Center section, and you can use it. So you have to determine your installation type, and here you have how to install Windows Admin Center. You can either use desktop experience, this is my case, or you can use the server core, which is the command, because server core, I mean Windows Server in the server core edition is the operating system when you only have your terminal. You don't have a desktop like me, so you can only use commands. In this case, you can use a desktop experience. You can just type in Windows Admin Center here, and you will be proceed to the installation. You have to do some steps and it will be working fine. Now, as I said, I will show you how to add the server. How to add a server to Windows Admin Center. So, in order to do it, you can press on Manage Servers. So you have a lot of options here. You can do whatever you want to, but I will show you how to add the server. So, proceed for adding server to Windows Admin Center. First of all, we have to, of course, open Windows Admin Center. So I will type in Windows Admin Center here. And as you can see, I will proceed to this section. Maybe I will go back for a bit, because you will not actually be proceed to this section. You will have to log in into Windows Admin Center. So as you can see, you have Windows Admin Center here, and at the end you will be proceed to the Microsoft login page. You have to use the same username and the same password that you are using to your operating system. So when you are opening your computer and you are passing your username and password, you have to type it directly here. So this is how it works. Now we can go back to this server section. And now, how to add the server? First of all, under all connection, select plus add. So we will do it plus add like this. Then for the server's resource type, select add. So we have to use the server's resource type. You can choose something different, but I will choose the server. Now enter the name of the server if you're prompted, enter credentials to use, and if you're prompted, enter the credential to use and select add to finish. So we will use the local host. It is the my server that already exists, but it is pretty easy to test. So I will type in localhost. We have to wait a bit for it. As you can see, found, win, and so on, and we can press on add. We can wait for validating the name, but I think it is not necessary. It should work. As you can see, successfully added the connection, so it is working. And now, in order to see the server, to list your connection on the all connection page, select the server. So we can go either here, or we can do all connections and, for example, server manager. Here we have the server. This is localhost, so this is actually was created before, but I showed you how to create it from this add server section. And now, as you can see, you have some options here. Now we have to wait a bit for it to be loaded. And as you can see, we can either restart, shut down, or enable disk metrics and so on. You have a lot of information here. You have the disk space, processor, and some other things, the operating system, RAM usage, uptime. So for me, this over 1 hour. And this is how it looks like. In terms of model, it is VirtualBox, because I am using the VirtualBox. You have the settings of the server, so file shares and so on, and you have the tools. So for example, you can open PowerShell and like this, and you can execute some commands on the server. So this is how it works. So this is what is Windows Admin Center, and this is how you can use it and how you can add a server into it. If you want to do some other things, you can use this. You can use the Microsoft documentation, you can use this use section, and you can, for example, deploy hyperconvergence infrastructures and some other things. So this is how it works. Of course, you have summary of tools. You have, for example, DHCP, DNS, and so on. You have a lot of things that you can do it here. So if you are interested, you can stay on this page and you can read it. So in terms of PowerShell, as you can see, I showed you PowerShell. You can interact through it. You have firewall. So if you don't know what is the firewall section, you have this firewall section here. You can click on that like this, and you can read it. As you can see, the following features are available, and in the firewall section, you can do some things for the security of your server. As you can see, for me, for the domain, private and public, the firewall is enabled. So this is basically all in this video. This is what is Windows Admin Center in Windows Server 2025. If you found the video helpful, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next videos.